What's up, y'all? I'm Jay.
I'm Celeste.
See y'all, man. Y'all gave our last video a lot of love, so we back at it again with the relationship questions. This time we gonna do a little something different. You know what I'm saying? We got some different questions this time, man. We gonna see how it goes.
You gonna start?
Yeah, I'm gonna start. Is it really necessary to know everything from your partner's previous relationships?
That's a good question. Everything. I feel like you'll never know everything because who's really gonna tell you every single little thing? But I do feel like certain things are necessary, like why you broke up, and then like just like reflective questions, like what about the relationship could you have done better in? Where were you wrong at? Some of the things that triggered you. You know, we can go on and on and on and on and on. But yeah, for sure. What do you think?
Personally, like there's certain things I would want to know about a relationship, but like I also feel like it should be like up to that person who's getting asked. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not completely the new partner's business, I don't think, because like I said, it's about y'all two, not about what happened back then. You know what I'm saying? And I'd assume so. If a person getting in a new relationship, they're trying to do better in the new relationship than the last one. So like the way it ended isn't always important. Like me personally, I'm gonna ask questions, but like I can understand why somebody wouldn't want to answer questions about their previous relationship, especially if it went badly.
Stop.
I didn't do nothing.
You're so cute.
Tasha.
You hear me?
Yeah, I'm traumatized. Just hearing things now.
Okay. Do you feel the same way you felt for your partner at the beginning of the relationship?
No, but not in a bad way. Like I lost feelings. Like I feel like over time, like we've only gotten closer and gained more feeling and understanding towards each other. So no, I don't feel the same way, but not in a bad way at all.
That was my same response because I found the questions, and when I read that question, which is why I didn't want to read them, that was literally the same response I had because it's like I don't feel the same way, but not in a bad way. It's just that as time goes on, you grow with people. Hopefully, be doing the right thing. You grow, and your feelings grow, and your love grows for a person. So technically, I don't feel the same.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we like this. Like we thinking the same thing. Yeah, you can't get mad at me on camera. Do you respect each other's beliefs? Do you respect my beliefs?
Yeah, I respect your beliefs. If I respect them, to answer the question, yes, but I feel like most of our beliefs are like not 100% the same, but enough to where it's like we damn near can agree on almost anything. Because we still do two different people. So.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I respect your beliefs, even if I don't like them. Like I'm gonna let it be known I don't like it. But like I said, like I can't. That's what you believe. So I couldn't force you to see it a different way. You know what I'm saying? So I respect that. That's your decision.
Amen. Do you get each other's feelings without the need to say anything?
Uh, Sometimes yeah, because like I feel like with you like. And I'm probably the same way, but with you, like you can't really like hide it. Even if you like not going straight up say like this how you feel, like I'm gonna notice it just from being around you so much and your tone of voice or just like the way you're carrying yourself. Let's say, you know what I'm saying? Like if you being a little distant or protecting yourself, I'm gonna notice something's up. So you don't always gotta say something.
Same here. Yeah, I feel like I can tell. And I just got them spiritual gifts, so.
So what do I be doing? Like what do I be doing that gives it away?
You be quiet. You be more quiet. I can't really say you be distant because not like me. Like not like me. Like you could be off distant and still be next to me, but like me, I will physically be distant. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like you can be distant but it ain't physical. And it's not as like dramatic as me, but like enough for me to be able to tell.
What about when I'm mad?
When you're mad, you got this look that look like your baby picture.
Can you show us the look?
Yeah, I'm gonna insert a picture.
No. Like, can you mimic the look?
No, it's like I can't mimic the look because it's just like an original, just like only you thing.
You say you're gonna insert a
But
baby
I'll
picture?
insert the baby picture.
Oh, man.
It's this look you always have. And it's the mean look. And when you mad, you don't be talking. You don't really talk. I don't like it.
I mean, I be not, when I'm mad, I don't be talking because, like, I know anything I say is, like, it's gonna come out, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, in, like, a search of violence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know if I'm triggered now, like, sometimes I'll be like, all right, you know, like, now everybody, like, I'm pissed off now, everyone gonna get pissed off. Like, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's better off to not say nothing. Have you started to do something because of each other's influence?
I started to try new food. That's a part of influence because I'm a picky eater, not by choice. Because like I really was a picky eater since I was a kid. Not as much now that I'm an adult.
What you mean
like,
not by choice though?
Not by choice. Like when I was young, I guess I just didn't like stuff that my mom and dad used to try to give me, and that life chose me. I didn't choose it. So basically, yeah, not by choice. But now that I'm an adult, I've of course tried so many different things. Like it's nothing to me now, majority of the time. But yeah, I've tried that. That's one of the things, but that's like the main biggest like.
I think with me, definitely with like the type of stuff I do, like on social media and everything, like I started trying to be more positive on all my platforms. Like before I was kind of like, I know like when it comes to social media, like this stuff is easy. Like it's easy to do certain stuff to get views. You know what I'm saying? Because like everybody like goes off of like toxicity and like BS and like it trends and everything like that. So like it was easy to do that, just doing what I know people are gonna gravitate towards, because that's what people gravitate towards. You know, good news or bad news always sells more than good news. So I was just doing stuff like that because I knew I'd get some quick views, I get some quick money off of it. But now I've been trying to be more intentful with what I'm posting. Shit. Guys. I've been trying to be more intentful to like push out a good message to people, because like I know especially on TikTok, because that's probably my biggest platform, and like I know a lot of people are seeing me on there. So and just the resume I have on there, like I know some people are really taking like what I'm saying seriously. So like if I was to go out there and say something crazy, like they really taking it like that. And I done read some of the comments, and like I know I was making some people feel like ashamed of themselves. So I just been trying to push out a more positive message, a more uplifting message, you know. Instead of trying to bash people, I've been more trying to tell them that they could do better, you know what I mean? So definitely with that, and just taking my social media stuff more serious in general, instead of just doing it more on some like, hey, I know I can do it, so I'm gonna just do it if when I feel like it, you know, trying to be more consistent with it. Yeah, definitely that for sure, probably the biggest one. And then just trying to be more calm of a person, not be as hot-headed and reckless.
I love that for him. All right then.
It's a good drink.
All right. Do you feel jealous if your partner hangs out with a friend of the opposite sex?
I was gonna ask that one. It's iffy, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's like off rip, like you always gonna feel some type of way, cause it's like there's always that possibility of like what if, you know what I'm saying? But like I feel like one-on-one, not really. Like I wouldn't like it unless like I met the person and like I was cool with them and like I knew what it was for real. But like in a group setting, like nah, I wouldn't really care. Like around if it was like girls and guys, like group setting like that, like I wouldn't care. How about you?
So just to make this simple, I don't condone the bullshit. Let's just say that. There's no reason for the opposite sex to be with your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Like, there's no reason for y'all to be together alone. Like, for what? I'm here. You can be with me. And it's not even no like insecure or none of that, because at the end of the day, you really have to ask yourself, like, what is it about this person that I have to be with them, hang with them by myself. You get what I'm saying? And like, you never know people's motives. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't trust folks because people be having motives and stuff, and then they be trying to be close with you, and I don't play none of that friend stuff. That's just not me, because I know from experience where those type of situations usually go, and it's not always, but us women, we be knowing some things, and it's just not a goal for me. But I'm all for the couples, double dates, and group events and stuff. Like, we could do all of that, and it's not even like, oh, because I'm gonna be there, but it's like, respectfully, if I'm in a relationship, I'm gonna be doing stuff with people who in a relationship. I'm not gonna be doing nothing with nobody who's not in a relationship, and I'm damn sure not gonna be comfortable being around somebody else's partner by myself. Like, that's just very much unnecessary for me. Very much pointless, very much putting, how do I want to put this? It's too much of a vulnerable situation for me, and you're putting yourself in a position to where anything can be accused, anything could be looked at sideways, and it's just not worth it. There's nothing that I can't get from another person from this person, so it's just like, what's the point?
I agree. So, but let me add on another thing. You said there's no point to be hanging out with single friends while you're in a relationship. Does that go for like same gender friends as well?
I feel like it depends on what y'all doing, you know, because like going out to eat, you know, with your friends, you know, you spend a little bit of time, maybe you go playing basketball with your guy friends, different things like that. Go and get your nails done with your girlfriends if she's single, you not, you know, shit like that. But when it comes to like going to parties, to the club, to gatherings, unless it's a gathering that I'm having, or, you know what I'm saying, like, nah, because like, what do you really get out of being around a person? We all been in a situation where we had been single and had a friend or a couple friends who was in relationships, and when y'all went out, it just was like not the vibes. It wasn't the vibes. Like, you got this person sitting here up against the wall because they can't engage.
Unless they was wilding.
Unless they, you know, was doing what the fuck they wasn't supposed to do. They can't really engage, or they girlfriend or boyfriend blowing their phone up, or...
Yeah, that's terrible. That's annoying. Like, shit. Right, just go home. Just go home, bro.
Or they get into a fight or an argument before the person go out because they don't want them to go out, and it's that and third. But so the vibes be off. But truth be told, like, some men and some women can tell when the single friend is not really trying to be a friend for real, because a lot of the time single friends be trying to get you out of your relationships and to get you to do shit so you can get in trouble because they want you to be single with them. So it's like, motherfuckers ain't shit.
I agree.
Motherfuckers ain't shit.
I agree.
So when it comes to friends and all that, I'm real like, you gotta protect your relationship at all causes. It ain't got nothing to do with being insecure. It's just respectfully. And some of y'all don't have boundaries and don't even know what that is. That be the problem. My turn?
Nah, you just asked me that. Are you happy with the intimacy you share?
He make me smile. Am I happy with the intimacy we share? Of course I'm happy with it. I'm ecstatic with it. But yeah, I'm happy with the intimacy we share, and it grows and it gets stronger as the days go on, and we just get closer and closer. And it's like physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, all of that. Like, I think when people think intimacy, they just think sex, you know? And it's so much more than that. It's goes so much farther than that. And I feel like you can really tell by looking at a couple, like, the level of intimacy they share. You know what I mean? Like, I really feel like you can tell. And I feel like when people look at us and they look at our videos, our pictures and shit, even without being around us, like, they could tell. It's genuine. It's very much there. It's very much potent. You know. What about you?
I agree. You know, y'all don't see what you're doing right now. I definitely agree. For me, that's like a big love language of mine. So like, honestly, I don't even think I could be with somebody if like it wasn't gonna be like a good level of intimacy. And like she said, not even just like sexual stuff, just like simple like laying together, like giving massages and stuff. You know, just
laughing,
just being close. Just
we laugh so much.
Just being close with your partner. At all, you know what I mean? Like that's very important to me. So I'm very satisfied with that.
Do you look forward to the future with your partner?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Because I feel like right now, like we just like scratching the surface with everything, and especially like obviously there's other aspects, but like one aspect for sure, like just like our content and everything growing, like our YouTube and our channels and everything. Like I'm excited to see like how that's all gonna play out and like where it's gonna go with everything. So that's definitely something I've been excited for, and like something that I feel like we both have been looking forward to and working towards. Even like I said, we just scratching the surface and just starting with everything, but like I just know both of us when it comes to this stuff. So I'm just really excited to see how that goes. And then when it comes to like us growing as a couple, like I feel like weekly, daily, like hourly, like we're always like working on issues that we have or that have been brought to attention, and holding each other accountable and stuff into a certain standard. So like that always is very reassuring, especially for like the growth of the relationship. Like it don't feel like somebody's like it feels like we both holding our weight basically, you know what I'm saying? And that's something like I know a lot of couples go through. Like if it feels like one person's doing all this and the other person's not doing nothing, you know, that's tough to be in a relationship like that. So for us, like that's definitely something I look forward to, just seeing it continue. And then with her kids and everything, like it's exciting seeing them growing up and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely a lot of exciting stuff to come in the future, and definitely looking forward to everything.
Yeah, so for me as well, I agree with everything he said. And obviously there are things that we can't really touch on right now because like certain things you got to keep to yourself. And then certain things y'all just got to wait to see, which is why y'all need to just stay tuned. But yeah, definitely from a content perspective, I'm really looking forward to see what the future has for us, because like we definitely have our foundation set, but it's just so much to come and so much to grow when it comes to social media. And I'm looking forward for you guys to see it too and get to know us more and more and see our growth too. And then like as far as our relationship, I swear to God, like by the minutes we be growing and we be learning stuff, and it be scary because it's like in my past relationship, like stuff would happen where I would be like, okay, I probably should be learning from this or taking from this, but it don't hit the same. Like I don't know, there's like a big like there must have been like a big disconnect from my past relationships and stuff versus now, because like the way I try to problem solve and stuff now is completely different than how I do it. So for a fact, I know I'm growing with that, which has been very tough, but it's very much possible. And I'm not willing to just like give up on that, because at the end of the day, be giving up on myself, my relationship, the family as a whole.
I see that.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We don't. And obviously having God as a guide is like the best thing ever, because I don't know what I would do without him. I don't know what we would do without him, honestly. But yeah, the future is looking bright. Let's just say that, and y'all just really gotta stay tuned. Can't say too much, but
just know we're doing things.
Yeah, we're doing things.
What did you like or love about your partner?
Like or love?
Let's just say love.
Like you just gotta pick one thing.
Let's say like early on, like something that was like very like eye catching, like, you know what I'm saying, something that really caught your attention.
So I feel like his personality really caught my attention. The way he talked really caught my attention. Like, I mean, obviously he's gorgeous, but like that's not what like. I'm the type of person, I catch vibes. Okay, so if you a vibe, we gonna vibe no matter what you look like. I mean, you gotta know. But listen, I catch vibes, okay? I feel energies, and I just felt like once we started talking, because like from his videos on TikTok and stuff, because I think we got to do a video one of these days about how like we started talking so they can really understand. But just from his videos and everything, his content, I liked his energy. And so then we eventually started talking. We talked one day and never stopped again. Literally, like first day we started talking and we never stopped again. And it was such a breath of fresh air. It was so refreshing because it's like, I felt like he was the closest person that I met that was like me. And that was like new for me. And unfortunately, I came from a relationship where I didn't really have much in common with the person I was with, but also I didn't really talk to them. And I just felt like this person here was a complete opposite and exactly what I was looking for. But I wasn't even looking for a boyfriend. That's just the crazy thing. That's the crazy thing. I was not looking for a boyfriend.
Yeah, we was kind of just like, I feel like we was just like being like friends for like a while, like just.
Yeah, we was being something. But like I said, like it wasn't no pressure. Like, you know what I'm saying? As far as like somebody trying to be like, hey, let's be together. Like I knew we was gonna be together from day one, damn near. But that's not the point. The point is, I didn't pressure him into nothing. I didn't force him into nothing. We didn't force nothing. I didn't come out right and say nothing about a relationship. We just was vibing, literally just vibes. And the energy, it was the energy for me. To keep it simple, it's the energy for me. What about you?
Early on, like, I feel like early on what really like drew my attention to you and like always kept me interested was like you were just like very smart. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I'm very stubborn and like hard-headed and I don't really like listen to people for real. Like it's hard for me to just listen to people instead of listening to myself. So like early on, like I feel like you were just like teaching me like new things and stuff like that. And that was like interesting to me that I was able to like take in what you were saying. You know what I'm saying? Cause like that's something I have trouble with. Like I don't be trying to hear nobody but myself, you know? So like early on, you were always able to, you were teaching me a lot of new things and I like that a lot. Cause I never been, all the relationships I've been in, like I feel like somebody was either teaching me something to like, they were teaching me something in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? Like they were teaching me something in a way to like make me be a certain type of person that I shouldn't have been. Or I was the one who was always having to do all the teaching and it was like, I was young. So it's like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to like lead, but like, I don't know that. I don't know either. You know what I'm saying? So with her early on, like she was just teaching me so much. And then even now, like with the relationship, like how the point we're at, I feel like she continues to teach me new things every day and all the time. And like I said, I'm stubborn. So it still be like that sometimes, but like she's still able to get through to me eventually. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely that, because she always teaching me something. And I really appreciate that because it's aiding in me growing continually as a person, being able to take in just new information. Definitely like one of the biggest things that's pushing me to like grow as a person and stuff, as a man.
Yeah, and I think too, like, that was one of the other things. Like, he says that, you know, I taught him a lot of stuff, and he taught me a lot of stuff too. But I think what also stuck out was that he was, like, mad absorbent. Is that a word? Like, he was mad absorbent to the stuff that I was saying. So, like, he wasn't being resistant or, like, nothing like that. Like, he was open to hearing and learning and, like, letting me elaborate. Because, like, you know, you can have conversations with people and they just kind of, like, respond, but they don't like respond to like really engage. They just respond to tell you something. And he was actually engaging with me, and so I knew every time that I would talk to him, it was gonna actually be some full-blown like conversation that was worthwhile having and enjoying and just refreshing. Like, if y'all know, y'all know, because I really feel like y'all really people really don't know what it's like to have real conversations about real stuff with a person who understands you, and if they don't, are willing to try to understand. Because talking to a brick wall,
or just somebody who just like, I don't want to be mean, just like too dumb, like you're like
airhead,
you're just airheaded and they just gonna agree with you just because like they really don't know what you're saying, but like
they just going with it. Yeah, no.
And that's the same like on her end, like how she said I'd be teaching her stuff too. Like there's a lot of airheaded like women out there, so like it's really like frustrating to like be saying something and like you know you spitting facts to somebody and like you know they not understanding and nothing that's coming out your mouth, like that be making me mad. Wow.
Yeah. It's just crazy because like me, I'm not like, okay, so most girls, you have a bunch of guys in your DMs, probably want to talk to you, probably ignore and right? We all got that. And the reason why I really don't respond, aside from the fact that I don't really be interested in nobody, I mean, it's really because somebody has to get my, like, get my attention and keep it. I think that's really what it is. Cause like, even if you get my attention, you have to keep my attention. And a lot of people don't be having enough substance to keep my attention. So when I started talking to him, I didn't know like it was gonna last for so long. Cause literally we started talking one day and never stopped. And it's just like, had he not had no substance to him, we would have went nowhere. Like, when I say nowhere, I mean nowhere. Especially because, you know, it's summertime, and so, you know, everybody outside. I'm single, he's single, people single, and we just doing what we doing. And it's just like, I'm not even a texter. I'm not a texter. I don't like texting. But I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning texting him because he don't know how to sleep. And I'm trying to stay up so that I can respond to him, because I'm like, I really like him and I don't want him to think that I don't. So let me make sure that I stay on top of being responsive, because I am interested in him, but it wasn't like I was trying to, like, you know what I'm saying, show my interest to be in a relationship. It really was just because I like this guy. Like, I like this person. You know what I'm saying? So it just was like, I knew he was always open to talking. He was always there to talk to. And I just want to make sure I was giving that back, because I'm like, okay, you got to reciprocate that energy. You got to get that energy back. But have you thought about marrying your partner? That's the question.
That's it?
Yeah, because in the parentheses, it says, if you two are already married, do you remember the thought of it? So have you thought about marrying your partner?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like with men, like, we know, contrary to what dudes be saying, like, you be knowing early on, because it's like a girl could really do like one thing, and that'll like let you know, like, oh yeah, like we not getting married. You know what I'm saying? Like, something like the same way y'all be having icks, like we be having icks too, and like that'll really like set the whole like foundation. Like, we might continue on with the relationship, but like you be knowing in the back of your head, like, yeah, this only gonna go so far. Or in some dudes' cases, like, we just gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend forever. We never gonna get married. But yeah, I definitely feel like this is my partner right here. Man. This is my definitely gonna be my wife.
So sweet.
Yeah.
My chicken.
Something about getting married. Do you see yourself marrying? Do you see yourself marrying your partner, or did you know?
Have you thought about marrying your partner? So yeah, I've thought about marrying my partner. I've thought about marriage. It's so funny because I feel like I won't blame it completely on my last relationship, but also seeing other people's relationships, it was just kind of like, I don't want to get married. Like, when I was young, I wanted to do the whole family thing. That I always had that vision, but after going through so much, I was just like, I don't really care for marriage. You know what I mean? It wasn't until probably like a year ago I just started reconsidering a relationship. But I wasn't looking for one. I just was reconsidering it because I was okay being single. You get what I'm saying? But that's when I started getting closer to God and my spirituality, and finding peace within myself. So once I was healing and stuff, and I really could see things outside of myself and inside of myself for what it really was, I was open to the idea of a relationship whenever the time was ready. And along with that, at some point came marriage too. You know what I mean? Especially when I really learned about soulmates and different things like that. I didn't know him a year ago though. So, but I knew at some point I was gonna meet my soulmate, because it's like a feeling. Like, you just feel when something is about to shift in your life. And I knew he was coming. I just didn't know who he was. Maybe we'll touch on that another time, but just know I know. And yes, so as far as today and in this relationship, I definitely see myself getting married. We talk about marriage a lot. I think we even talked about marriage before we even started actually dating. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? All of that good stuff. But yeah, I'm just waiting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What was your first impression of me?
My very first impression, so when I first saw your face for the first time, or like when I first interacted with you?
Both.
Okay, so when I saw his face for the first time, first of all, he popped up on my For You page on TikTok. I actually heard his voice before I seen his face. But like I heard it as I was flipping through, cause like like when I get on TikTok, I be scrolling like fast, and so I had to go back. I don't know, it was something about the tune, the frequency. It caught my ear. I'm looking and I'm like, who is this? Cause like I see the location as a location that I'm very familiar with, cause I used to live there. And I'm like, who is this on TikTok? Speaking words of affirmation and whatnot. Like, who is this? And so I go to this page, and I see that he had like a lot of followers and a lot of views. And I'm like, okay, you look like you're doing things. That's an insight. So I'm like, okay, he looks like he taking this shit serious, and he's from a city that I'm from. So I'm like, that's cool, because I like to support and interact with content creators from the areas that I'm from. So I really, the ones who take it serious anyway, not everyone, the ones who I feel like really takes it serious. So I'm just looking at it from that standpoint. I'm just like, okay, he do TikTok, he do content creating. Okay, he got Instagram going, and I'm there with it too. So there's probably like, I probably can count on maybe 2 hands a few people who I follow from the city. Why are you laughing?
Cause the way you not saying it is giving like anonymous source.
What does it mean?
From anonymous
You don't
city.
even know where I'm from. Yeah, so from the city, there are a few content creators I follow from the city who really take their shit serious. So respectfully, I love to support. I didn't know him from anything. I didn't talk to him yet. I didn't even look at his Instagram page for real until we started talking, because that's when I found out he knew one of my cousins. Then when we interacted for the first time, he had went on one of my videos and commented. And it was a video about Loganberry and how root beer is nasty. And I had this bad experience with the drinks, right? And he gonna comment on it, putting me on blast. Because mind you, don't nobody know where I live. Nobody knows where I live. And he put me on blast talking about, don't they only sell that in X city? And I'm just like, I'm like, dang, he putting me out here. So now I don't have no choice but to message him, because I'm like, we're not about to talk back and forth on the comments. So I went to TikTok. We started talking, and then somehow, how did it go from TikTok to Instagram?
I don't know. It just did. I feel like it happened like in the same moment. Like I think after that, you might have just followed me on Instagram, and then the conversation continued there. We followed each other back.
That's when I went to his page, and that's when I actually looked at his pictures and stuff for real. And I seen that he went to school. He knew one of my cousins, so then I had to press him about it clearly. But but like that energy he gave me in the comments, I'm just like, okay, so you're like, obviously aside from the TikTok, I'm like, you're a very talkative, open individual, because you both commented some shit like that on my page. And you don't even know me, sir. And then we started talking in the DM, and like literally, like I said, from that day on, we never stopped talking. But I'm just thinking to myself, who is this guy? Like, who is this, and where have you been? Because I really felt like it was a breath of fresh air talking to him. And like we was meant. I won't say meant to be together, because I don't want to say that, because that wasn't my intentions. I promise that wasn't my intentions. That was not my intentions. But it felt like very natural. It felt very much like meant to be vibes. And I don't know, like the person who I was fake talking to, it wasn't even that. They didn't even exist at that point. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I am sorry, but I'm not. But like everything was a blur after that. After he came around, everything was just a blur. What about you?
Honestly, like, I don't know. Like, it took me a little bit to like make an impression. Like, obviously off rip, like I'm looking at her like, oh, like she's really pretty, but like I didn't know like what my impression personally of you was I seen obviously that you were making content and everything, and then I seen like on Instagram like you had a lot of followers, so obviously like I assumed you do this seriously too. But like as far as like my intentions towards you or like what we're gonna be, like I don't know, I feel like I had to feel you out for a little bit, and then we just started talking more and more, and even then still like I still didn't really, obviously my impression, like I said earlier in the questions, like I thought you were like, I like really like that you were like teaching me new stuff and everything, but I didn't know, like I didn't know it would like come to this, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like we are kind of like, I guess you could say like friends, like obviously there was some type of like attraction, but like it wasn't nothing serious, like oh yeah, like we about to be together, cause like when we had first started talking, like we didn't meet in person for a while. Like we didn't meet in person for a minute when we were talking. So we were really just like getting to know each other, texting and DMing and stuff. So I don't know. My first impression was kind of just like I thought you were just very interesting, you know, like the stuff you were telling me, and then hearing about like all the stuff you had been through and how it kind of lined up with what I had been through and everything, and then me that happening to be your cousin. Like everything was just really like interesting, but like I was being, I don't want to say oblivious, but like I was kind of just like, oh, like that's just
Being in denial or something.
yeah, I guess, yeah, definitely that. I'm being in denial, yeah, being in denial for sure.
Yeah, and it's so crazy because when we first started talking, literally, it was like literally a couple of days before my family reunion, which, like I told you, he knew my cousin, and it's so funny because I hadn't seen my cousin in like a minute, and I was gonna see him at that family reunion, which was literally in a couple days from the day we started talking, which is also in the same city where he's from. So if y'all believe in coincidences, then you understand where I'm going with this. Everything happens for a reason. Things line up, match up. It ain't.
There's low key like when we started digging deeper into it, like there's a bunch of stuff that like matched up. Like
we just couldn't ignore
like
it.
I was looking back on like an old video that like happened to be her brother, and like we was both in the comments, but like didn't even realize it and stuff, like, and I was tagged in the video too. Like there's just a bunch of stuff that like, you know what I mean?
They call that the invisible string theory, where like there'd be like a sequence of events that happens, and then it's like you and your soulmate can be in the same place at the same time, and y'all won't even know, or y'all will interact in certain areas and not even know, or go to the same school and not know, work in the same place and not know, but y'all always was around each other, to where God made it to where at some point y'all was gonna meet in the middle, and then when you finally do meet and you look back, you do what we just did, where we started making connections and realizing certain shit matched up and lined up, and yeah, that's how you know that you're with your person. That's how you know. But yeah, I mean, like me, like I said, I like to operate off of vibes, and I wasn't trying to pay attention to the fact that he looked how he looked, because me, like people, like, how do I put this? So it's easy to like just look good and like have people that want to come towards you because of that. And I'm not one of those type of people that like to engage with people just because of how they fucking look. Which if you do that, whatever. But me, like, you gotta have more than that. Like, you gotta have some more than that. So when I seen like his personality and like watching his videos and the stuff he talked about and then talking to him, I couldn't even focus on the outside any goddamn way, because it was just so much in here. Where's your heart? Is it this side?
I don't know. It's there though.
Somewhere in here, in this chest cavity. It's just so much in here to unpack. And then even like when we was talking, like he was telling me a bunch of stuff about himself. I'm telling him a bunch of stuff about myself, and it was getting a little overwhelming. Like he told me he did music and stuff too. And like, I didn't even really dig into that right away because it was just so much to unpack. There's just so much to learn. I'm sitting here like literally a sponge, just absorbing everything about this person, and then still trying to like, you know, tell him about me and stuff. And it was just really cool. It was really cool, really refreshing, very much a vibe. But yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. And now here we are. Am I fat? Oh no. Whoa.
It's a rated R video.
Let's keep it PG.
In good. That's what PG stands for. Penis and good.
Is it my turn, chicken?
Yeah. I'm just sucking ass and looking tits.
Okay. How do you feel when others find your partner attractive?
I mean, I feel like that's a given. Like, I'm gonna speak for all men. Like, it's unavoidable just cause like we know how we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, dudes gonna shoot they shot at your girl no matter like if they see you in every single post. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's something you just live with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're dating a girl who's attractive, and even if not attractive, like, you know what I'm saying? Dudes gonna, do whatever. So it's like, I feel like it's something that you kind of just live with, and like you kind of ignore it unless it's like it becomes like a problem. Like if you was with your girl out in public and somebody like actively trying you, like I feel like that's the only time it's really an issue. But like when it comes to like social media and stuff, it's like,
yeah,
you just kind of ignore it because it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's like for me, it's like, you know what you kind of sign up for, you know, especially if you're a person's a content creator, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, people are already looking at them. A lot of people probably are following them solely off of the fact that they look the way they look anyway. So it's kind of like, what you gonna do? Hide them? Like, It is what it is, you know? It's something you gotta accept.
Yeah. Nah, right. It definitely is something you just accept. Cause like you in the light all the time. Like you posting, if you trying to do it for real and like make money off of it, like you gonna be in the light all the time, and you gonna have just an influx of different type of people commenting on it, following you. Like she said, people following you for the wrong reasons. Like same with like artists and stuff like that too. Like you might not have ever listened to this person's song once, but you just might think they're attractive, so you gonna follow them. Do you like spending time with your partner's friends and family?
I don't know if you can answer that for real, but I do, yes. Even though I haven't been around that often because, you know, my chicken wing, he gets busy and life be lifing, and it's winter too. But, you know, during the holidays, very much we're outside with friends and family and whatnot. And I could say, yeah, I'm never around people I don't enjoy being around. So it's definitely refreshing because you know how it can be with families and relationships, you know, how that kind of thing can go. So definitely enjoy it. Plus, I just like new environments. So it's really nice. The dog's my favorite. My chicken.
For me, I haven't really met all her family yet because they live in a different anonymous city than the anonymous city we live in. So I haven't got to meet all of them, but like she said, like I've been knew her cousins and stuff already, so I'm cool with them.
Did you meet my brother?
Nah, I ain't meet him yet. But I don't know, like I know me and him gonna get along because we be talking on the phone all the time. Like shit, he'll call her, and then me and him end up talking the whole time. So I feel like yeah, I'm gonna be cool with all them. And just me personally, like I'm more of like a in the house type. You know what I'm saying? I like to stay to myself, but like. I've met a couple of her friends and it was pretty cool. You know, one of her friends came over Thanksgiving and we played Uno and stuff like that. So I had fun doing that and she was a good friend. And just knowing her, like I know she's not gonna bring no weirdos around me. So I'm with it.
No weirdos, no weirdo friends, no weirdo family. I don't play that.
Yeah. Damn, we done answered like all 53, all 53 shit.
Are there more joyful moments than sad ones being together? I feel like we both can answer that.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
More sad moments. Nah, I'm playing. There's definitely more joyful moments. Like, you just see how he is in this vid. Like, it be all smiles like this 24/7, laughing.
I feel like them sad moments, I really feel like it's when we just really get like vulnerable, when we get down to the nitty gritty, when we healing and stuff like that, and we expressing and stuff. So like the sad moments don't be because like motherfuckers is just walking.
It has a good outcome always. Like it's not just us at each other's necks or
or just
trying
like,
to hurt each other, like,
or unhappy. Like it's
Yeah.
not, you know, when it comes to them type of emotions, it literally be purpose behind it. We don't be up here just depressed and upset and angry at the world and shit like that. Like
most definitely.
absolutely not.
And it is difficult though. Like nonetheless of it being like having a good outcome, like it's still difficult sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna act like it is what it is, but they're definitely difficult moments because you have to be so vulnerable and just open to hearing a truth that you may not want to hear. Definitely from my end, like hearing it sometimes is hard for me because like it'll be stuff that like I've been so accustomed to believing is correct or it's not wrong or it's not that serious, and then like I said, I'm stubborn. Like it's hard for me to even like hear it from a different angle. So like hearing it sometimes it's tough, but it does always have a good outcome, and that's for the betterment of everything, you know.
Yes.
And definitely just like listening to some of that stuff and like actually dealing with it instead of just brushing it off has helped me greatly.
Yeah, because it's so easy to just kind of brush stuff under the rug and like, you know, act like it ain't happening or it don't exist, but it's always gonna come back up. So it's like either you're gonna deal with it now or we just gonna deal with it later and keep going through it until we get it figured out. So like I think that's where a lot of relationships are really weak, or they get weak at, and they take those moments as we're just toxic, we don't need to be together, like I don't want to do this, when in reality it's like, though it may be toxic, it's like you only don't want to do it because you don't want to put the effort in, the work in. But when you do that, you realize that it's not even about y'all being a problem. It's really just about problem solving. Like it just, you have to sit there, analyze what you're feeling, why you're feeling it, what's making you feel that way. When you get to the bottom of shit and you get to the root of stuff and you realize it's not your partner, it's really you, then a lot of problems can get solved. But that comes with time and work and effort. And then you have to have a partner who's patient, because things like that can scare somebody off, make them not want to deal with you on both ends. And having a partner that's patient and emotionally intelligent is really important. But a lot of people don't have that. So when something negative happens, automatically it's, let's just break up, or let's take a break, or I don't want to hear what you have to say, or just straight up denying it.
If you really care, if you really care about somebody, you gonna find a way to fix it.
Yeah, even if it hurt.
Yeah.
Because it should hurt, goddamn. It should be hurting. Because it's like, I want to fix myself. And it's like, I don't know where to start sometimes. Or like, I don't know how to go about it. But then y'all work together. And you're going to come to a conclusion. And always talk to God about it too. You know?
Listen, I know we can't stop it now. You wanna come through where we hiding out? Come get with me, see what I'm talking about. We fucking all day, we don't leave the house. She on my body, she gon' lose.